Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. Should I learn in manual car or should I learn in automatic car? Also, what's the difference? This is the question many ask on my channel, and this is what I would like to talk to you about in this video. Let's start the lesson. So, should I learn in a manual car or should I learn in an automatic car? That's the question many ask on my channel. Now, the choice is yours. Whichever type of car you learn in, it is your choice. Whatever choice that you make, you want to learn in. So whether you want to learn in a manual car or learn in an automatic car, it's up to you. But here, I'm just going to give you the difference so you know what is the difference so that you could make the choice in which type of car you want to learn to drive. Now, manual car means you have the gearbox. So you have a clutch which you change the gear with. You have to do that manually. If you learn in an automatic, there is no gearbox similar to manual. When you're driving an automatic, the gear changes itself according to the speed. So you don't have to change gear the way you change gear in a manual car. So that's the difference. So let me repeat, when you're learning in a manual car, you'll have to change gear manually, meaning you'll have a clutch and you'll have to change gear according to the speed that you are driving. Whereas if you are learning or driving an automatic car, it doesn't have a gearbox similar to the manual, meaning when you're driving an automatic, according to the speed, the gear will change itself automatically, and this is why it is an automatic. You don't change gear by yourself. You don't need to change gear manually. So now learning in a manual car, it can be a little difficult than automatic. Why? Because you have the gearbox, like I said. One of the main important thing or the most difficult you will find when you're learning in a manual car is to learn the clutch, learn to change gear. When you're moving off, especially on a hill, you'll have to learn the clutch control. Bring the clutch to the biting point, find the biting before you move off. And many learners in the beginning, it is quite difficult to learn that. It is quite difficult to find the biting point. Once you've learned it, it's piece of cake. You don't really notice. But in the beginning, when you're learning, it can be difficult. Whereas if it's an automatic, you don't have to think of the clutch control when you go on a hill or even when you're moving off from stationary position. You could just go to drive and just put the gas on and you drive on an automatic. On a manual car, like I said, you have to deal with the clutch, bring the clutch to the biting, give the right gear, and then you move off, finding the biting point. So that will be the difference between an automatic and a manual. But the call is yours. You need to make that decision. And the other main important thing learning in manual automatic is that if you learn in an automatic and you pass your test in an automatic, which means you will always have to drive an automatic. You can't drive manual car because you didn't pass on manual. But if you drive in a manual car, you can drive both. You could drive manual as well as automatic. Okay, so let me repeat. If you learn and pass your test in an automatic, you could only drive automatic. You can't drive manual car. But if you learn and pass in a manual car, that means you could also drive automatic. You could drive both. So that's something you need to think about before you make your decision which type of car you should be learning and passing your test on. The other question is, what if I learn and pass my test in an automatic? Later on, can I do manual? Yes, you can. So if you decide to do automatic and pass in automatic, and you've been driving for a few years, and then you've decided to drive manual car, then you have to take another test in manual, pass the test in manual, and then you could drive the car. Then you could drive the manual car. Okay, so just because you've passed in automatic, it doesn't mean you can't do manual later on. You can. Okay, so these are the differences. This is what you need to know before you make a decision which type of car should I be learning in. Now the basics are the same when you are learning to drive. So whether you are learning in manual or driving in automatic, the basics are the same. The MSPSL routine, moving off, stopping, changing gear, drive on the left, the signal, the speed, the meeting traffic, dealing with roundabouts, dealing with junctions, dealing with crossroads, doing the maneuvers. It's all the same. The basics doesn't change. The only thing changes is how you handle the car according to the gearbox. So it's the gearbox makes the difference. In manual, you need to do it manually. In an automatic, it just changes automatically. Other than that, the basics on your driving the car on the road is the same. Whether you are driving a manual or you're driving an automatic, it doesn't change. Okay. Now on the channel, can you please let me know or just make a comment if you are learning in automatic and you are using my channel to learn to drive. I just want to know because I am thinking of making few videos in the future in automatic just to give the difference that is between the manual automatic. I'm going to make few videos so that you know exactly when you're learning in an automatic car. So if you're learning in automatic, I just want to know how many of you are learning in automatic and if it's going to help if I make videos on automatic. Please do let me know. Make a comment if you're learning automatic. Also the course that I provide, which is Learn to Drive online course, which is helping many learners on my channel. Many are joining my course. If you're learning and you need help on Learn to Drive and to pass the driving test, you could always take the advantage of my course, the online course I have. It has more than 30 videos on the course, giving you everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. But that course mainly focuses on manual car. It will help both because, like I said, the basics are the same. But because the manual has the gearbox and it is quite difficult to do the clutch control and the rest, the course mainly focuses on manual car. But I'm thinking of creating another course just specifically for automatic. And I'm wondering how many of you are learning in automatic and using my channel. So please do let me know if you are that person who's learning in automatic. And if you are, should I be creating that course for automatic? That way I will know, should I spend my time creating and making that course for automatic? Please do let me know if you are learning in automatic and if you are looking for a course. So then I could make a course in automatic. Please do let me know in the comment. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up and please do make a comment. Also, like I said, please do make a comment if you're learning in automatic. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.